Your conservative talking points sound eerily similar to fascist.
Okay, first it's important to start with a definition. Fascism is a political philosophy. It exalts nation and often race above the individual. It stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader with severe economic and social regimentation and forcible suppression of the opposition. Well, that definition sounds an awful more like the left and the Biden administration than it does conservatives. Race above the individual?
Disinformation and extremism is really kind of rooted in anti-Semitism, but also is just really virulent today.
Which side's playing race-baiting politics on the daily?
It is, abundantly clear that anti-Semitism is on a rise here, not just in Orange County, but globally. But as we see the divisiveness in our culture with bigotry, with hatred, with conspiracy theories, all of this is rooted in anti-Semitic tropes.
Which side's playing race-baiting politics on the daily?
The fact that anti-Semitism manifests itself in conspiracy theories and tropes is not something that I had given a lot of thought to before we talked about that at that conference.
Centralized autocratic government? Which party seems to be in favor of centralizing the power and taking away states' rights?
The majority of this city council's goal is clear. This is nothing more than a power grab to consolidate all of our elected local government into one branch, the city council.
Which party seems to be in favor of centralizing the power and taking away states' rights?
Nothing more than a power grab to consolidate all of our elected local government into one branch, the city council. We cannot agree to these amendments that this majority city council puts forward. There's too much at stake with our charter, which is the Constitution of Huntington Beach. The message to the residents is clear. No amendments to our city charter.
Severe economic and social regimentation? Severe economic.
Pretty bad over the last couple of years. Track record of decision making. You guys bought some hotel property. You guys want to be landlords. Homeless hotel. You got into a bad decision. You guys should have done your research and known that it was going to be a bad decision in the OC Power Authority. Last year, you experienced over a $7 million expenditure over revenue loss. This year, in the proposed, it's right on the website that you guys proposed that it's going to be expenditures of $29,000 over revenue, and then yet you guys cut off the oil. You're going to waive property taxes on some of these buildings you guys are acquiring and building. It's just bad decisions and not good for the citizens of Huntington Beach.
Severe economic.
Example you brought up, they got us into the Orange County Power Authority.
Severe economic.
All the businesses were opted in March. My family's business, their bill went up 25%. We met an owner who owns 2 huge warehouses near Marina a couple weeks ago. His bills went up 100%.
Severe economic.
All the residents, you guys are automatically opted in this month. If you have not opted out, highly recommend you do so.
Social regimentation. Social regimentation.
Police reform comes in many, many ways. No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice!
That's the fucking left in a nutshell. But the last one is like perfectly the left. Forcible suppression of opposition.
So they're not maybe coming up with ideas, conspiracies, honestly, about how we're running things.
But when I first heard about this agenda item, I was pretty upset because, I know it's not important to you guys, but the First Amendment is really important to me. I think it really counts.
Forcible suppression of opposition.
So they're not maybe coming up with ideas, conspiracies, honestly, about how we're running things.
And the over-the-top reaction to parents complaining about what school boards were doing to their children, with the federal DOJ famously labeling such parents domestic terrorists.
Not in a million years did we dream that one day we'd see the Justice Department treat American parents as domestic terrorists.
I would hope whatever rules of decorum you come up with concerning public input here would not similarly vilify citizens expressing their heartfelt concerns. So in closing, I just would say that our First Amendment rights are precious to all of us, and thank you very much.
Putting that up there and speaking to it is dangerous.
We all feel that you're gaslighting us all the time. It's not an accident. We know that. It's not an accident that you're not hearing us. You're sabotaging us. You work for the other team, the globalist. You're weakening us so that we lose our homes and our mobile homes. We lose everything. And in a few years, the developers that have links to communist China and all the other globalist needs can come up and scoop up the best land in the world, all of California, and we'll all be disenfranchised and weak and not being able to hold on anymore because you all did it. You all went to your colleges where they taught you how to infiltrate down to the local level and sell out the people. And I speak the truth and you all know it. So you're an emperor with no clothes on. I have one more thing to say. We are facing food shortages. We're going to have a crashed economy. People are going to lose their homes. Things are going to get rough. Things are going to get very rough. And I tell you, when the ashes fall in a couple of years, when accountability for what you've done needs to happen, I will be here. I will be the National Security Agency. Your team doesn't have control of them. So think about that. Every text, every email, every phone call that you've made is somewhere. So if you've been selling out our city and gaslighting us to weaken us for a takeover, we'll get it.
Thank you.
We'll get it all.
Go ahead.
Someday.
I'm sorry, but you'd have to be delusional to think the right is suppressing people. I honestly don't need to say much in this video. It's very obvious who the fascists are. They currently control the presidency, the Senate, and the House.
The majority of this city council's goal is clear. This is nothing more than a power grab to consolidate all of our elected local government into one branch, the city council.
Just because authoritarianism these days wears pumps in a pantsuit doesn't make it any less an enemy of freedom.
Well, this guy is really into politics right here. He is just pushing the message out there. He's from Huntington Beach. Someone from Newport needs to take some tips from this gentleman on how to campaign for someone. Maybe Lynn Swine needs to take some notes here. Walking billboard. He doesn't worry about locking down the prime territory. He's got it all over his car.
My name is Gracie Vandermark, and I will fight to resolve the homeless crisis currently dominating our city.
My name is Casey McKeon. I will fight for our charter to retain local control and stop predatory development.
My name's Tony Strickland. I'll fight Sacramento's overreach and give the power back to the people of Huntington Beach.
My name is Pat Burns. I will fight to support our police and keep Huntington Beach safe for our residents and businesses.
I am a business owner, a former finance and planning commissioner, but most importantly, I am a mother and a grandmother committed to keeping our city safe.
I'm a business owner, former finance commissioner, and third-generation Huntington Beach native committed to protecting the city that I love.
I'm a business owner, finance commissioner, former senator and assembly member, and I'll hit the ground running for our wonderful city.
I'm a retired police officer and community service commissioner. My life has been committed to service, and I'm willing to fight to protect our quality of life.
I am Gracie Vandermark.
I'm Casey McKeon.
I'm Pat Burns.
I'm Tony Strickland, and we're asking for your vote on November 8th.
Together,
Together,
we will fight to keep Huntington Beach safe
and protect our city.